Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's a beautiful day for a groundbreaking. Today we're here at the busy intersection of Staples Mill and Hungary Roads to celebrate the start of construction on a sidewalk along the north side of Hungary Road. This project will improve connectivity and pedestrian bicycle access between neighborhoods, businesses, and community facilities. It also will further support our ongoing efforts to make non-motorized travel safer for pedestrians and cyclists countywide. We are honored to be joined by Brookland Supervisor Dan Schmitt and are grateful for his continued leadership and advocacy for more sidewalks and bike lanes, both here in the Brookland District and throughout our county. I also want to recognize Deputy County Manager Steve Yob, Public Works Director Terrell Hughes, and our Public Works team. Thanks to all of you for your commitment to making our community more walkable, more bikeable, and more connected. I'd also like to thank Laurel Presbyterian Church and the Reverend Ann Cherry. Where are you, Reverend Cherry? Thank you for allowing us to use this beautiful church property today. So the completion of this sidewalk will add close to another mile to the county's 267 miles of sidewalk. In addition, the project will include pedestrian signals at Hungary and Staples Mill Roads and ADA accessible ramps that will improve the quality of life for residents in this area. At this point, it's my honor to ask Mr. Dan Schmitt to come forward. Mr. Schmitt.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manager, and good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here. It's great to be here on this beautiful day as we celebrate the start of construction on this terrific pedestrian safety project. As you heard, it's a sidewalk along the north side of Hungary Road, a sidewalk that will extend about 3/4 of a mile beginning at Hardings Way Drive all the way down to Hungary Spring Road. But in reality, the impact of this project is way greater than that. This is a project about safety. This is a project about connection. And this is a project that will raise the quality of life for the thousands of residents who live in this area. This one section of sidewalk will join with sidewalks that are already in place along Hungary, along Francistown, and along Hungary Spring Roads. Together, this connection will provide, and hear me on this, it will provide 6.5 miles of continuous connectivity that will be a great area for a stroll with a dog, riding a bike, walking to neighboring retail amenities, or just getting out and enjoying the fresh air. Our residents along this corridor will now have safe pedestrian access to 2 parks at Laurel and Duncroft Castle Point, 2 schools at Echo Lake and Hungary Creek Middle, 2 shopping centers, several places of worship, including 3 churches, the Islamic Center and the Buddhist Temple, 4 grocery stores, many restaurants, and thousands of homes, apartments, and residential streets. Folks, this project has been in the works for several years. Our community meeting was held in 2020 during the pandemic. And I'd like to thank the residents and other community stakeholders who provided their endless input to help make this project possible. I'd like to pause here for a moment because this project has been a collaborative partnership with significant community input regularly, and there are a few of the most involved folks here today. I would ask you to join me in recognizing and thanking Gordon and Betty Ann Flynn, who are here today, advocates for this project since day one. And I will add, they have been advocates for this project every single time that I've seen them since day one. I know Trisha Bahan is here today. Trish, thank you for being here, a neighbor right around the corner. Folks, if you have ever walked this area, or you've seen Betty Ann walking this area, or others trying to navigate this area, you understand how important this project is. You do not have to look hard to find neighbors walking on the side of the road, literally wearing a path as they travel between their home, the store, a school, or a park. It is a regular occurrence to see our area youth using these existing sidewalks and side of the road as a running path to connect back and forth. In this respect, however, folks, this area is not unique. It is an issue we see across this county and one that we continue to address with vigor. Across this county, folks, we have built more than 15 miles of sidewalk and shared use path in the past 5 years. 15 miles of sidewalk and path in the past 5 years. I challenge someone to find a period of time in this county where county-funded sidewalk and shared youth path to that magnitude has been built. And hear me on this. We now have 26 miles of sidewalk and 17 miles of shared youth path funded and scheduled for construction over the next 3 years. 10 miles of sidewalk and 4 miles of this path are in the Brookland district alone. Folks, with this project, we'll be adding a new pedestrian crossing at this intersection of Hungary and Staples Mill, the fourth such crossing along Staples Mill Road, joining Hungary Spring, Libby, and Mountain, and an improved pedestrian crossing at Hungary and Hungary Spring. 4 is good, but it's not good enough. Folks, hear me here. We now have 10 other pedestrian crossings programmed along Staples Mill Road, with more under study. And for the residents of this county, the Brookland district, and the Staples Mill corridor, I want to be very, very clear here. We've been busy on this since day one and every day since. Already having secured the funding for safe pedestrian crossings across Staples Mill Road to include Glen Allen High School, Hermitage, Wistar, Bremner, Crockett, Glenside, Pinnock, Aspen, Parham, and Bethlehem, with Dunbarton and Dickens still to come. Folks, that is progress for the people along this corridor. This project right here is indicative of what I have and will continue to advocate for, which is safe connection points for our residents. We will continue to build sidewalks where there are gaps. We will continue to focus along major roads where connections are needed for shopping centers, libraries, our government center, and more. We will continue to deliver for the residents of this county with improvements within these communities. Sidewalks are vital, folks, for our community's health and well-being, and as a resident of this district, and a husband and a father of 2 active runners, and as the Brookland District Supervisor, I have since day one been fully committed and dedicated to our collective public safety by addressing these needs and wants of our community. Folks, this sidewalk, which will again complete 6.5 miles of continuous connectivity, lies at the very heart of this commitment to the folks in this district. Folks, I'd like to thank our county manager for his work on this project and the staff within the Department of Public Works for their efforts. I'll now introduce our Director of Public Works, Terrell Hughes. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Schmitt. Just want to thank you and thank the county manager for your continued leadership. As residents of Henrico County frequently let us know they want to walk, they want to bike, they want to be able to get around in other ways outside of the automobile, and our leaders are hearing them. So thank you for your support and leading this effort. And that support's, it's financial, it's with staffing. It's been a priority to us as a public works department, really to continue to connect communities to walking opportunities, as Mr. Schmitt mentioned, with the 26 miles of sidewalk that's coming in the future and the 15 miles that we just built over the last 5 years. And there's more to come. So I just want to thank the Public Works team that's here. This project in particular, Sarah Briggs, the project manager for this Hungary Road sidewalk and getting it to completion. A lot goes into putting a sidewalk in. There's a acquisition of property. There's getting utilities out of the way. So there's engineering plans. So a lot goes into the process of getting today. So it's exciting to be able to break ground on this project. The only thing more exciting than a groundbreaking for a new sidewalk project is probably a ribbon cutting for one that's been completed. But this is exciting. This project's been a long time coming. It's going to connect a lot of communities, and we look forward to doing more projects like this in the county. So without further ado, I guess let's go to the shovels. Yeah.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Thank you.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Hey.